This is January 2025. I hope you had a great new year. I hope you're starting the year off right, thinking about big dreams, making plans for your goals. But also, there's another part of planning ahead that is very important, which we often forget about. But when we watch the news, especially right now, January 2025, watching the natural disaster down in California, we're reminded we all need to take time to plan ahead for emergencies. Emergency preparedness is a simple thing we often take for granted, but we got to stop and take time to do it. I'm going to give you some action steps. I'm going to lead you through some questions, give you some answers to think about. So listen right to the end. I'm sure my last point is something very relevant that's often not on those checklists you print off when you're planning for the emergency. So listen up. Now, some of you are saying, why me? I don't live near a forest. There's not going to be a forest fire come through my community. Well, we all still need to plan ahead and be prepared. We don't know the different types of emergencies that do happen. Sometimes it's a tornado, hurricane, flood, forest fire, or even just a random accident of an electrical fire in a house next door to you that had nothing to do with you, but the fire spread across and burns a few houses down. It's tragic, it's horrible, but there are national disasters that affect us, and there's personal, individual accidents that affect us as well. So let's be prepared. What do we do? Well, simply imagine for yourself if you were told that something's happening, it's a disaster coming your way, and you have to evacuate right now, you need to be prepared. You don't have time to go and pack a bag and think, oh, what should I take with me on this trip we're taking? You need a grab and go bag prepared, put up in the closet near your door, so it's easy to grab and run. Now, what do you put in this bag? Well, simply think ahead. If you were to be taking a trip for a week, what clothes would you need for the week? Obviously, the simple basics, nothing fancy. But along with clothes, you need your hygiene products. You need any medicine that is common for you. You need just some other first aid items. If you have a small first aid kit, put it in there. If you have a small flashlight, put it in there. And then just some other small snacks that obviously you may need to take out every 3 or 4 months and put in new ones, but some dry food snacks just in case. Now, that's an emergency go bag left by your door in the closet. But there's also another bag you need to put together, and do not leave this by the front door. Have this hidden away in a safe place. But in a secure canvas envelope, something that's maybe also wrapped up in a freezer bag, put in your passport, copies of your ID, a little envelope full of cash, just in case your evacuation involves a location that has a power failure and credit cards can't be used. And also some documents that list your insurance companies, your doctor, or any other health concerns you have for yourself that might be needed if you're found at the hospital. Have these 2 packs prepared. Make sure you and your family are well aware what these are for and where they are located, and then rest. That will relieve your stress knowing you're prepared if something big happens. Part of the how, how do we prepare for a huge financial disaster? Now, financial planning is a whole other topic, and we'll come back to this in other videos. But there's 2 steps to financial planning. Number 1 is to have cash available to you. So, in 3 different accounts that you maintain, you need to have enough money to cover all your expenses for 3 to 6 months worth. and other just surprise emergencies as well. I do recommend part of this emergency fund starts off in your active operating account, your checking account. There's a little bonus to maintaining cash in your checking account that banks will normally say if you maintain a balance, they will not charge you bank fees. So seize that opportunity. Keep half your emergency fund in your checking account, keep it above that minimum balance, and avoid paying bank fees. That's huge. Now, you will need more of an emergency fund built up, so have a separate savings account that's just labeled emergencies. And don't touch it again until this real emergency does happen. So that's your checking account, that's your emergency savings fund, but also a separate savings fund just for those one-time financial emergency of a major car repair or a major house repair. If your house has a flood and suddenly you need a few $1,000s to repair something, well, it's good to have that money set aside. It's available for it without causing debt or credit card bills and other stress. So, 3 accounts you have money set aside in to be ready in case of emergency will prevent a whole lot of stress. Now, the other point of financial planning is risk management, or commonly talked about insurance. Now, I know some people have different opinions about insurance, but it's a reality. If something big happens, you either pay for it yourself or you make a claim with your insurance company and they pay for it. So, I do recommend talk to an independent insurance broker, get them to shop around and find some choices of different companies to compete on a better deal, and make sure you have an appropriate car insurance plan, house and property insurance plan, health insurance, and life insurance for you and all your family. If you want to talk to me about it, please send me a message. I'd like to give you some more tips on that, and I can help you out. Now, that's a big how of how we're able to prepare for a big emergency. There's another question about where. Where do you go? Well, I don't know where you're living. I don't know what situation you're in, but it's something you need to think about. Obviously, we all have in mind a few nice hotels we like to go to if we had to take a short holiday all of a sudden. But keep in mind, if you're being told to evacuate and your entire city is being told to evacuate, well, you can't just stay in your area. You need to know about hotels in the next city away from you or further away. So keep that in mind. And also be aware, if your whole city's been told to evacuate, well, very quickly, every hotel in the area is going to be full as well. So you need a personal plan. And this is something which probably is not mentioned in some of those common checklists. So this is something you need to talk to your friends about and just have the conversation. Raise a question with them and say, what would you do if you had to evacuate? Where would you go? And of course, we can joke about taking off to a nice hotel or camping. But again, be aware, all those places might be filled up before you get there. So ask them, do you have a friend who would help you if you need to evacuate? Again, it might be a friend in a different city, because obviously your friends locally are also evacuating with you. But think of what other family or friends you have in a different city who you can go to, and they could take you in and give you a room to use for a while and help you out in your crisis time. So, very important. Sort out where you might escape to and who would be there to help you in your evacuation escape. So, very important to have that conversation. Very important to find out who would help you, but also want to give you that personal challenge. Be the friend for someone else. Talk to your family who are in other cities and let them know if they had to be evacuated, would they be able to come and live with you? if you expect another friend to help you, you need to first be open and help another friend first. Be that good neighbor, be that good friend, be that good family member who is there to help out others when they're in need. And then you can trust and hope that they'll be there for you when you are in need as well. So, lots to think about. I hope you take action on these ideas and be prepared. I hope you never have to face an evacuation emergency. I hope you never have to escape for your own safety. But I do hope you are well prepared so you can help others if they need your help. I love you guys. I hope the best for you. I want you to make the best life you can.